So what's going on, guys and girls? It's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Just like I said in yesterday's video, if I sound slightly dead inside, it's because I have the worst cold going. I can barely hear myself, and that's because my ears are completely blocked up. Anyway, with that aside, guys, today we're going to be talking about the possibility that FIFA 19 doesn't get released. And believe me, this is not clickbait. There's been many articles on this, and I'm going to be explaining to you what this is all about. But before we get into that, guys, I would appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any videos like this one. It would mean a lot to me. And with that aside, guys, let's get into this video. Now, I'm pretty sure you're aware that EA release a new version of FIFA every year. So we've had like FIFA 11, FIFA 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now, obviously, they've had many before that, but you get the point. And every year they just re-release the game, but with like minor changes and stuff. Occasionally they implement a new engine, but the game itself is pretty much the same, which you can understand because it is a football game and there's only so much you can do. But essentially we're paying £40 every year for the same kind of thing, and it's getting to the point where people are like, hang on, why am I paying £40 for an exact replica of last year's game with a minor defending change? And on top of that, they've actually taken that defending change out of the new patch. They're back to the old defending of FIFA 17 where the AI does it for you. Now obviously with FIFA it has that different feel every year, and I'm not sure why. Like, they must be changing some things, but essentially it's the same game, but you can feel it's a different game, if you know what I mean. Like, FIFA 18 feels completely different to 17, and I don't really know why. But this brings me on to the point about FIFA 19 not being a purchasable game, like not being a standalone game, but more of a subscription service, and every FIFA after that is going to be subscription based. So essentially you'll have a title called FIFA, and every year you'll purchase a subscription to get the new features like kits, stadiums, player transfers, that kind of thing. And if you're afraid I'm making this up, I'm not. I've found this on many websites with the same kind of quotes from the chief executive of EA. And I'm just going to talk through the important parts so you know what I'm on about. So essentially, EA Sports chief executive Andrew Wilson said in an interview with Bloomberg, I don't know how you say that, Bloomberg, that the company's sports titles, including FIFA, could become a subscription service. Now, what's his reasoning for that, you might ask? Well, so Andrew says that there's a world where it gets easier and easier to move a code around, the game code, where they don't have to do an annual release. So he goes that they can think about doing a 365-day live service opposed to releasing a new game every year. So essentially what he's saying is, if EA wanted to add something new like a game mode, they could just put it in as an in-game update for people to download if they have the subscription. The same thing applies for things like The Journey. They wouldn't have to wait till the next game to release a new episode of it, they could just release it. I suppose that way you wouldn't have to keep going on to the other games to play the first part of The Journey, then the second part of The Journey like you do with FIFA 17 and 18. You'll just have access to all of it. And it also gives EA more time to actually implement the updates instead of working around the clock for an annual release. So because if they wanted to change something in the game, they have to make sure it's done by the September, because that's when the game's released. But by making it a subscription service, there's not really a specific date anything has to be done by, so it makes for a less glitchier game. On the other hand, this could make EA lazier because they don't have a time limit for anything, so they technically wouldn't have to implement any updates because people would still be buying the subscriptions to go online. But then again, it does make sense for like the customers financially, because say you've paid £5 a month for the subscription of FIFA because they've released a new update. Essentially, like, that's the new game, that's like their new release kind of thing. If you don't like it, you then don't have to purchase a subscription for next month and waste all of your money. Do you see what I mean? Because last year, if you didn't like the game, you've paid 50 quid for it. The thing which really confuses me is the Ultimate Team aspect of it. Like, when it gets to a new season, do like they scrap your Ultimate Team or do they keep it? Because how are they going to keep doing like Team of the Season stuff every year if they don't reset the Ultimate Team? And that's the whole fun, in my opinion, like rebuilding your Ultimate Team every year. I get excited for the re-release of Team of the Year and stuff. But it would make more financial sense to EA if they did reset the Ultimate Team every year, because then they'd be getting more money every year, because people would have to be rebuilding their Ultimate Teams and wouldn't have God Squads. But as always, guys, it is necessary for me to mention that it might not be implemented in FIFA 19, but maybe a later game. You know, like, we could essentially be seeing this in the next 3 years, not the next year. But it's just because he said it that people will assume that he means this year and not a year in the future. But then again, who knows what the future of FIFA will hold, because did anybody predict squad battles or anything like that in FIFA 18? Did anybody think of FUT Champions before 17? Like, looking back on FIFA 15 or something now, I couldn't see myself playing it because there was nothing in it. Like, seriously, what was there to do? Play seasons? But anyway, guys, to conclude, this video was about the subscription service which could be coming to FIFA opposed to an annual release, where you will pay so much a month to receive live updates opposed to having a new game where you pay 50 quid every year. In my opinion, it sounds pretty good, but I'm interested to see what you guys think down in the comments. Would you prefer EA to release a new game of FIFA every year, so FIFA 19? Or would you want them to implement this subscription service? Like, if I'm being completely honest, I do enjoy buying FIFA every year just for the hype which surrounds the game. Like, when I got the game this year, it was just exciting because it was a new game. But that just about sums it up for this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any videos like this one. Be sure to let me know what videos you want to see next, as I'm always open to requests. And with all that aside, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a very, very good day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.